If you're someone who often skips social events, you probably don't make a big announcement about it. You just quietly say you can't make it. But what people don't see is how much thinking happened before that decision. You didn't just randomly decide not to go. You imagined the whole night in your head first, what you would wear, where you would stand, who you would talk to, whether you'd feel awkward, whether you'd run out of things to say, and somehow just picturing it already felt draining. You might even get ready halfway, maybe you pick an outfit, sit on your bed and suddenly feel your energy drop. Or you stare at your phone trying to decide if you should cancel. It's not that you hate your friends. In fact, you probably care about them a lot. That's part of why it's hard. You don't want to disappoint anyone. But there's this quiet awareness in you that says, if I go, I'm going to be exhausted. And when you do go, you notice patterns. You're rarely the loudest one in the room. You're scanning more than speaking. You're aware of who's dominating the conversation. You're thinking about how you sound. When you talk, you replay jokes in your head before saying them. You wonder if you're being too quiet or too serious or not interesting enough. Even if the night goes fine, you go home and replay parts of it anyway. Psychology explains this without labeling you as broken. Research on introversion and sensory processing shows that some people naturally take in more social information. You don't just hear words, you hear tone. You don't just see smiles, you notice when they're forced. You pick up on small shifts in energy that others don't consciously register. That constant awareness isn't dramatic, but it's steady, and steady mental effort adds up. Neuroscience studies have shown that people who are more sensitive socially have stronger activity in parts of the brain connected to empathy and self-awareness. In everyday terms, that means your brain reacts more to social input. Loud music isn't just background noise. It's mentally competing for your attention. Multiple conversations happening at once don't blend together. They feel chaotic. Your nervous system can shift into alert mode faster, even if nothing is technically wrong. So by the time everyone else is warming up, you might already feel overstimulated. Behavioral science adds another layer. Your brain learns from experience. If past gatherings have left you drained, overthinking for hours afterward, or needing a full day alone to recover, your mind starts associating big events with emotional cost. So when the next invite comes, you don't feel excitement. You feel calculation. Do I have the energy for this? That hesitation isn't laziness. It's your brain trying to protect your resources. There's also something else people don't talk about much. If you've ever felt out of place growing up, even in subtle ways, your nervous system may stay slightly alert. In groups, attachment research shows that small signs of exclusion can stick with us. So when someone interrupts you, doesn't respond enthusiastically, or shifts their attention away, it can hit harder than you expect. You might not even show it, but inside you feel it. Over time, your body starts preparing for that possibility before you even walk into the room. That doesn't mean you're antisocial. It doesn't mean you lack confidence. It often means you feel deeply and process deeply. And because you process deeply, you need more recovery time. A lot of people who skip social events actually crave meaningful connection. They just don't want it in loud, crowded, high-pressure settings. They prefer smaller groups, one-on-one conversations, environments where they don't have to compete for space. They don't want constant stimulation. They want depth. What makes this confusing is that society praises the opposite. Being busy, social, always present is seen as healthy and desirable. So when you need space, you might judge yourself. You might push yourself to go just to prove you're normal. And then you leave early or go home feeling even more drained. If this sounds familiar, there's nothing defective about you. Your nervous system simply works differently. Some people recharge by being around others. Some recharge alone. Research consistently shows temperament differences are real and stable. You're not imagining it. Your energy system just has limits that look different from someone else's. Skipping a social event isn't automatically isolation. Sometimes it's regulation. It's you recognizing that if you force yourself into every room, you'll end up burnt out and resentful. It's you choosing quality over quantity. And if you've ever felt that mix of relief and guilt after canceling plans, that doesn't mean you're selfish. It means you care about people and your own limits at the same time. That tension is very human. You're not distant. You're selective. You're not cold. You're careful with your energy. You're not broken. You just function differently. And once you stop shaming yourself for that, your choices start to feel less like flaws and more like self understanding.